what's your video.
Okay. Don't worry about that now. Let's go ahead and jump into the meeting. There's quite a lot we need to cover. I'll show you how you can make a QuickTime screen recording video later, and that way that will work, okay? Okay, Google, volume 2. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Let's take a look at this. So today, we are going to start from this side. Let's go ahead and just double check to see if everything has been cleared up. Cynthia has accepted the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift.
Except Friday.
Except Friday. No coverage on Friday. Wayana will cover on Friday. And she's doing air support and reservations and reviews and responding to reviews. Cynthia is covering the Emil and Wayana profile, adventure accounts, Emil and Bukit Vista. That is all good now, yes, Cynthia?
Yes.
I'm just confirming whether this has been accepted as a role.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go on to the next one. So Ara is not there right now, but she's accepted the 3 p.m. Okay, to 11 p.m. role with air support reservations. She's also covering the same 3 profiles. We'll come back to Ara on that one. And then Rizal has seconded the 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. on air support reservations, content backside, on Emil, Wayana, adventure accounts, Emil and Bukit Vista. All right. Rizal's coming in today at 3?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
He's already coming in, but he went to fix the MacBook.
Okay, got it.
You brought from here.
Great, okay. And then 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Gani is content, and he's advising for Rizal and Cynthia. And then 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., White is doing reservations every day except Sunday. Yeah?
Yes.
No Sundays, okay. Okay, so Sundays are generally founder, co-founder day off. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so fantastic. Today is the 10th. Oh, whoops. You're supposed to be chairman today, actually, my dear. So, Wayana, take it away. You're chairperson.
Okay, for the meeting today, I will be the chairman of this meeting. So I will dominate Jing as my secretary.
I accept the nomination.
Okay. Okay, as what Jing mentioned earlier about the cover, so that's very clear. So I will skip that, and then what I will gonna go after, gonna see the observation.
Okay.
And then please go ahead and open the observation tab.
Okay. So we're going to actually start on new business. Mrs. Chairperson, can I?
Oh yeah.
So we've already settled old business. We already got the arrangements with the shifts known. The reservation knowledge programs are beginning with Rizal and Cynthia, and that's clear. Right? Yes. And then the frictions with product knowledge and giving the reviews to overbook guests, this is clear now. So what we need to begin then is on new business. And Mrs. Chairperson, I will go ahead and open the squad content improvement and reservation knowledge. Okay, very good. And you delegate to me to explain what you want to talk about.
Okay, so chairperson, I would like to delegate like the new business to my secretary Jing.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. So what I'm proposing, and this is my motion, is to create a squad content improvement and reservation knowledge journal. So my motion here is that when Cynthia or Rizal or anybody comes across an inquiry that they don't know about, they can put it here, right? And then they put the listing ID in the second column, and then they produce their answer, okay? Then it can be reviewed by a senior person, such as Gani or Wayana, and then they can essentially edit this answer and see if this answer has been correct. And then further down the funnel, I like Rizal to create a content solution to fix that leak. So the vision is that nobody should need to ask a question if the content is perfect, all right? And so Cynthia will be asking questions, or Cynthia will be observing questions. She'll be then documenting the listing ID. Then she'll be answering the questions to the best of her knowledge, and then Rizal will fix it, right? I currently understand that there is a journal process right now, so I'm just introducing this as a next step for journaling. That way the journals actually integrate into a squad process. So this is my motion, and I would like to ask for a discussion, please. Back to you, Chairperson.
Okay. Okay, for team member, so we would like have discussion. You guys have any friction to like to put like the question of the guest and the answer here?
Okay.
I recognize.
Okay,
recognize.
okay. Cynthia, go ahead.
Yeah. About this journal, I thought about the purpose of making this journal. I think it's good because it will improve about the content as well. Because here I got that the guest asked about the cottage. I think he wasn't clear. Is it one cottage or different cottage? So yeah, I just put her question here, and then I write my answer to her here, and then I hope that well as a content here will help to cover that on the content listing on the listing, and he fix it so in the next time there will no guest that will ask the same question as Bianca, because it's already clear that that this listing is contained of two cottage, not one cottage with two bedroom. Uh, yeah, that's the thing that I got from the purpose of this journal.
Okay.
Am I wrong or?
Okay.
Jing,
Okay. All right. The chairperson is recognized. Jing now. Okay. So, Cynthia, that is exactly it. What I'm thinking is this. So currently, Rizal has a journal, and you have a journal, and so that's good for personal progression. But if we want to have, let's say, an integrated team, like meaning that one person detects the leak, another person then fixes the leak using a different way, then this is essentially that process. So let's say, for example, right now in your personal journal, you have a question. If on your personal journal, Wayna then answers a question, then that's great for you. But then how do we then pass that to, let's say, Gani or Rizal to then fix that question? For example, if it's one or two bedrooms, I think, for example, you can use a diagram to show that this is two bedrooms, and maybe put a graphic or put an aerial drone photo and just put a square around it, and that way the content then expresses that idea very clearly. So in the future, it means that you don't have to answer as air support or as a reservation person. You don't have to answer as many questions because then the content has been fixed. So what I'm experimenting with right now is essentially a transition from personal journals to then doing this, so that we as a team can work more closely together. So at the moment, what I propose is that we still write personal journals, but then we double over here whenever there's something that you think can be improved on the content. So then you write it here. And I know it's an additional process in addition with the personal journal. The personal journal, the idea is mostly to keep it as a learning resource so that you keep track and you learn it yourself. This is more of a teamwork resource so that you pass this issue then to a content person, and the content person can then fix it. I'm proposing that we at least get a few of these every day. Maybe 20 a day is too many. I'm going to reset that target. Maybe let's just try getting 2 a day. From either Rizal or Cynthia. Whenever you see a reservation, you're like, what's the best way to answer this? Just put it there, and then we can start creating a teamwork and an integrated way to solve that issue. So that's my motion.
Okay.
Okay. And then you say, is there any more discussion?
Okay, is there any more discussion or any more question?
I asked the question.
Yes, Gani.
In this way, is it need to deliver on content request or no?
Yes, it would probably trigger a content request. Yes, very good. Very good observation. So this is essentially then asking for the person to. Oh wait, sorry. I need to be recognized. Chair, please recognize me. Okay. So yes, the person who puts this up should then ask for a content request to content to get it done, and that way it follows the correct system. Yes, I agree.
Okay. Okay, I just want to be clear. For this kind of case, for example, how can the team?
Okay, sure. You have to ask if there's any more questions, and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other question?
No.
No.
Oh wait, Rizal.
Okay, result. Okay.
So, in my opinion, it isn't like some daily doctor content.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yes. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. So is the daily content doctor already being run right now in Squad 4?
Yes.
Oh.
Done then.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So. Okay. Then very much. I would like to. So daily content doctor is what content initiates, right? Content finds problems. Content fixes the problems. This is more like what. Oh. Wait. Wait. Okay. I understand. So.
Fine.
The group finds a problem and then gives it. Okay, all right. Rizal, may I ask for clarification? How does the daily content doctor work right now? Where do you find the issues that need content fixing? On Tableau.
Selama ini, as long as I work on daily content doctor, I open the Tableau and then I open the question of contents from the listing of the content, and I write down and I fix it on the listing itself.
Got it. Okay, Rizal, may I ask then? You have to recognize me. You have to.
Okay.
Okay, Rizal, is this particular issue the one that Cynthia has brought up here about the 2 bedrooms? Did this show up on the Tableau?
I didn't find it there.
Okay, then it's still necessary, right? It's still necessary because we're finding stuff that is still a question and could be a source of content improvement that is not on Tableau. So my then advice as an amendment to this motion is that Cynthia can write it and then she can delegate it to you, right? And then you would then say, all right, this is okay, I'll process it because this is new, or this has already been covered in Daily Content Doctor, and then that goes as your, she delegates it to you, and then you then decide whether or not to take it, or if it's covered, yeah. Okay? So it could be like, for example, Cynthia could put, for example, writing during a live broadcast is really hard. So it's going to be a little bit slow. So I can give a further demonstration of this later. But okay, so now I propose this. I propose to have a sub-discussion chairperson to understand better how the squad content workflow and then I will reappear with the motion at a later date.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I don't want to confuse or make any processing. Back to you, Chair.
Okay. Okay, back. We will discuss about training guide. Okay, Jing still opening it.
Okay. So the training is it clear? I just wanted to ask a question. Is it clear to Cynthia and Rizal what the training for the next few weeks will look like? We'll let Rizal to Rizal. Ask Rizal.
Result.
Is it clear to you what your training program will look like in the next few weeks?
Yes, result.
Yeah, for me training is for when I have some question and then I directly ask to Ara or Mrs. Rayana, so I think it's necessary for me.
Okay, all right. So you're still asking manually, right? Through WhatsApp or through other ways. Okay, got it. And may I ask Cynthia then? Cynthia, are you also receiving training in the same way that you're that you're asking, or is there a more structured plan right now?
Yeah. For the training, I think uh, I prefer to sync up directly when,
Okay.
if possible, yeah, if it's possible. If it's possible, I prefer to ask directly
Hmm.
by sync up like I am more did several days ago.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's more clear for me.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, great. I'm proposing this, both to Cynthia and Rizal. I'm proposing that, remember during your evaluations, there was a training program, there was a guide, right? This time you do this time you do this. I need to get feedback about how your training with Wayana, with Gani, and R is going. So there needs to be kind of like a plan. What do you plan to work on? What is a question? And what is also your review for each one of your trainers, so that we know you can give them feedback about things that isn't going well, so that they can become better trainers as well. So what I'm proposing is that we create some sort of documentation to essentially guide this process, right? Like, so that you can call out when you need training and on what subjects, and they can also know how good they're doing, right? So that there's a little bit more structure there. I proposed to have this guide, but what I need also from Rizal and Shitya is I need feedback from you right now. So what I'd like is for you to tell us what knowledge that you would like to have fulfilled. Like, what is it that you don't understand? What is it that we can make it clearer for you? Perhaps it's knowledge about how to conduct a meeting. Perhaps it's knowledge about like what to do after you get a content request. Perhaps it's like whatever you feel like, I don't get it. Please start filling out that as a way of documentation. Because in the future, there's going to be further air support candidates. There are going to be further content candidates. And I'd like the training to be done like one time really well, and then we can then send the training down the line to the next person. I see every time you need to ask Wayana or Ara a question, that means we did not provide you enough knowledge. So therefore, that's why you need to ask. But if in the future we can create programs where the knowledge is very transparent, then I think that will work a bit better. So I need your help just to tell us what knowledge elements are done. And then I need your help filling out here what you would like to practice. So is there something that you just want to practice more on, get a little bit more experience until it becomes more comfortable, and put that there. And then I need your feedback too as well. So meaning like, all right, is the training that you receive good? Is it bad? Could some things be better? So that way we also understand how that's going. So what I'm motioning forward is that we document the training. I can then also adjust this document. This is a living document because I don't know, this is the first time we're doing this. So what I'm suggesting is that we work on some sort of documentation purpose so everybody understands where the training is going. Okay, so that's my motion.
Okay.
Yes. Open for
Okay,
discussion.
Gani.
Okay, I have a question. I think this paper is kind of same with the daily journal.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay,
see.
got it.
I see
Yeah.
that Rizal have a friction about talking about this thing, and he write down the problem on this column. I think
okay.
it's same like daily
Right.
journal.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any more discussion? Yes, Rizal.
So I write down my problem on this paper, right?
You're asking, the idea actually, okay,
Okay, Jing.
I think, okay, once again, these are just my motions. This is my idea, but I haven't actually thought about coverage yet. I was thinking maybe instead of having, now that Gani has mentioned that, instead of having the candidate write it down, maybe the trainer can write it down here.
Okay.
Trainer.
The trainer can write it down. So this is essentially to help us build a training program for future candidates. So let's say Rizal wrote on his personal journal that I would like to revise my motion. So instead of having the candidate write down this information, I'd like the trainer to write down this information. And then the objective now is to have the trainer create a program so that future candidates coming to Bukit Vista will have much easier time understanding all the things that are necessary. Also, in addition, right now we have a lot of training material everywhere. It's a little bit weird because some people have already developed training material for Toki, some people have already developed training material for other things, but we need to connect it now. We need to connect it to where it's needed. So if the resource has been created by Bayou in Squad 2, I want to be able to reuse that resource here in Squad 4. But he doesn't know that you need that resource right now because he doesn't know that you're undergoing Toki training. So my motion then is to revise this and have the trainers, Wayana, Gani, and Ara, write down things that you think that the candidates need to have better knowledge on, and then we can then attach all the training material here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back to make it clear. So, what did you mean is that like the knowledge, for example? Okay, I'll give an example.
I'm going to revise this. I will revise this document and I will come back tomorrow with a revision of this document. But what I'm asking for, the vision of this document is to compile all the training material and all the questions together in one place. So that questions don't need to be, a lot of questions have been asked before and they've been answered before. And so if we keep on doing that, that makes it a very tiring process for training. But if we do give like all the questions and here's your answer already, then that would simplify the process. So I then will come back, I propose then, chairperson, that will come back tomorrow to streamline this document and make a new motion on this particular document.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's that. Chairperson, we have to have your focus here.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go back to
Yang support satu. Okay. Personal journal. So we have already personal journal.
Okay. So that's not that's already old business then.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'll delete that. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move the personal journals part to the old business, and it's done already. Okay, any other discussion?
No.
Okay, so let's take a look at, see who will be chairperson tomorrow. Tomorrow, the chairperson is Rizal. Okay, all right, Rizal, I've given you documentation on how to lead a meeting and how this should be conducted. So we'll pass it to you tomorrow, and tomorrow I will come with my revisions on the two previous motions.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You guys have any other question or discussion before the meeting end of the meeting? No.
I have personal discussion with Bob.
Yes. Okay. Ping me personally. Yeah. Result?
Bukit Vista at gmail.com.
Good. Gani?
Okay, good. I'm good.
Jing?
Yes, I'll carry forward and revise my previous motions.
Okay. Okay. So this meeting is dismissed. I will talk to you personally.